barn and Terry's garage. It's about 15k out of Toowoomba. Beautiful motorcycle ride it would be. We actually came in 4 wheels, but never mind. Definitely on the list of come back to places. And there's 2 friendly pooches. Anyway, we're going in to have some breakfast, so let's check it out. Yeah, so I've just had a chat to Scott, the owner. He's been here for 14 years. That house is a B&B, Airbnb. Is it? Sleeps 8. There you go. So I guess this is the cafe, is it? And this is his museum. So let's go and get some breakfast. All right. Well, let's order some breakfast. All right, so we're going to have breakfast, and after breakfast we're going to go in and check out the museum at Scotty's garage. Established 1938. Well, let's walk over and check out the windmill, still working. Well, I hope those dogs aren't going to chase me. Look at this. Push bike, overgrown. Creek down the back. Certainly landscaped this extremely well. It's out on acreage. Just magnificent, this place.
Shape too, it's lovely.
Yeah.
They're such pretty bikes, these ones.
The British bikes.
Yeah, they are. All of them are. They're beautiful.
The guy I was telling you about with his bikes, his girlfriend, she collects velosets. She's got about 14 of them, I think. They're all pristine condition. She never had a motorcycle license. No. But she only collects velosets. It's crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, they were a bike way ahead of their time.
Yeah. Oh, go on then. Look at that. Dear, oh dear. Can I take a video of you?
If you wish, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't waste of battery, but anyway. But yeah, they did a commercial type industrial V12. That one's 292 cubic inch. The big one was 1430, I think, but please don't quote me. And they used those in the beach landing craft during the war.
Yeah. So how long have you had these vehicles for?
Well, the Model A belongs, the Model A and the Lincoln both belong to mates. The Bedford has been in here since day one.
Yeah.
The Lincoln and the A, they both go. But the Bedford needs a fuel pump. All the bikes go. But the Model A is a bit unique in it. Apart from the replaced roof, the rest of the car is totally original paint.
Yeah.
Tyres are 70 years old. And it's...
the tyres are 70 years old?
Yeah,
wow.
no, that's the first replacement set of tyres that went on that car, and they're still on it.
Wow. And how many miles has the car done?
In total, since 1928 27,530
Car,
miles.
nothing.
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
The mate that owns it now has had it 44 years.
Yeah.
This year. He helped the old lady that owned it. She bought it brand new in 1928. Lived
Yeah.
up near Queen's Park in Toowoomba.
Yeah.
Drove it from her house in the centre of town over to the milk factory, which would be a grand total of about 4 k's
Yeah.
to pick up ice
Yeah.
for her ice box.
Yeah.
And midway to the milk factory, there was a corner shop where she would get her groceries.
Wow. Wow.
It did one road trip from Toowoomba to Redcliffe just before the war.
Yeah.
Then it was deregistered during the war.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it doesn't have.
And how did your friend come by it?
Well, so the said shop.
Yeah.
She pulled up there one Wednesday to get some goods. Just a little bit of a backstory. She had polio, so she had a brace.
Mm-hmm.
And the car was fitted with a hand clutch. So it was the only car she could drive. And the following day, she was due to go for her driving proficiency test because she'd attained an age.
Yeah.
And the car bailed her up. The RACQ was there, and Len, the man that now owns it, was heading back to, he had a tyre shop in Toowoomba, and he was heading back to there, saw the car, knew the RACQ guy, so he pulled up and helped. They worked out it was the starter motor. Coincidentally, at the time, Len was restoring a 29 Model A. He shot home and got the starter motor out of his car, came back, got this one going. She got her licence the following day, got it back, and he got her starter fixed, swapped them over again, and from that day on, a friendship developed, whereas if anything needed doing to this car, Len would do it. And as a token of her appreciation, she gave him, it was bequeathed to him in her will if he wanted it at a token price to satisfy the estate. So that's how Len got it. And he's had it, yes, she passed in 78, I think, somewhere around there. And
what a great story.
there it is.
What a great story.
And he's still got the other Model A that he was restoring at the time amongst another 10 or so other cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the story behind
Wow.
it. Yeah.
So what are you sitting on? You're sitting on a
This is
BSA, is it?
Yeah, 58 Rocket Gold Star. It belonged. The British bikes all belong to a mad pommy mate that lives up the road. So Bob's got more bikes than sheds. So I've always got at least 3, and I've had up to 5 of his bikes in here.
Right. And so you just rotate them.
He just rotates them when he wants to ride them. The BSA and the Bell set get used routinely. The Matchless hasn't been out of here in probably 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And how did you come by all your memorabilia that you've got here?
mate, it started by me buying my old Thunderbird. I had a Mustang. Now we're going back to the August of '96.
Yeah.
And I bought my whole Thunderbird. It's a 56 Thunderbird, which is in sick bay at the moment. But parked the cars in the shed just at my house up in Toowoomba and decided I needed a petrol pump assigned to rack oil bottles for a bit of flavour, and it just ballooned from there. So I certainly don't pursue it with the gusto I used to, and most of what I've got came before eBay started. So in the first 6-7 years until eBay really cranked, you'd go to a swap meet or a garage sale and you'd get all this stuff. And no one wanted it. It wasn't quite as fashionable as it is now.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can remember that, going to things like a swap meet, and you see all these old pumps and signs. Nobody wanted them. And it was peanuts, the price.
Yeah.
I reckon the people that sold them then, if they could only have looked into the future and known what they were giving away. It was just crazy. Well, I told you about my friend that lives down at Nambucca that's got so many bikes he can't count them. And he's got memorabilia, not nearly as much as you've got, but he collects as well. And he's...
Mate, it's a rich man's game. I mean, I couldn't, it's got to be a very desirable piece that I don't have that I'm willing to add to the collection. But yeah, it's just so difficult. I do feel for people who are generally interested in just having some, you know, because they like it.
Yeah.
And they're dealing with...
Well, I'm definitely going to have to bring Chris, his name is, and I'll have to bring Chris back. And you better put aside an hour or two because he can talk. He can talk all day. Well, I call him Chris Have a Chat. Yes, that's his name. Middle name is Have a Chat.
Yeah.
And he can talk bikes and he can talk... I'm not sure about cars, although he's got a couple of old cars.
Yeah, well, I'm more a car talker than a bike talker. Yeah.
And sorry, and your name is Scotty. I see it on the shirt. And you're the owner. We just had a wonderful breakfast up in the cafe.
That's because I didn't cook it.
And you've got an Airbnb, and I was talking to my wife and my friends that I ride with, we call the Boys Club, which is, we shouldn't say Boys Club, but we do. And
yes, you should say.
we're going to definitely come back. So thank you very much for letting us into your museum.
Pleasure to
My name is Greg.
Good on you.
And that's my wife, Kerry, and granddaughter, Hayley.
Hi, Scotty. This one has cup holders.
Oh, no. Which one?
This one has cup holders.
Not as standard.
Doesn't matter. They've got cup holders.
They're there. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a family joke.
Oh, what you are.
When we went shopping for a car for my daughter 20 years ago, she needed a car big enough to fit a pram in the boot and it had to have cup holders.
For coffee, yeah.
They were priorities.
Well, this museum, I can highly recommend it. Anybody is up in Toowoomba, come down to the barn and Scotty's garage.
Next bit.
Oh, right. Didn't realise there was more.
I'm out of pantry.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, cool.
Oh, how good is this? How good is this?
I can see a wedding in here. I reckon this is
Oh, you
a
could...
wedding venue.
We've got one. No, not tomorrow, next Sunday.
In here? Oh, right.
Would you like to have a gun? Or shout it down?
Do you know how to play? No. There you go. You're about to have a lesson.
Once you get to one, I'll play one ball, okay? So you get 3 balls again. The ball is spat up over there. So you pull back on this. Let it go. Here comes the ball. The object of the game is to keep the ball up there playing. So, and the only way you can do that is by these 2 flickers. See the buttons I'm pushing on the side?
Yep.
It goes in the middle and you're gone. So then the next ball will come up. Pull back on that, let it go. Be ready on your flippers. If you pull back hard enough and let it go fast enough, it will come down here to that left flipper. So get ready on the left flipper and the right one's over there. So you just have a go. I can tell you all about it.
It's hard, huh? It's hard. Pinball used to be a really popular game back in the day. That's it. That's it. Go. That's it. That's it. You'll come down again. That's it. And the more you do it, you hit up there, you score points. Yeah, that's good. Very good. Very good, Harry. Wow, you're good. You're a pinball wizard. Is that it, or is there more? You got another one? Pull it back.
There's no ball there.
Oh, no ball? Okay, well, it's done then. Well, you're a pinball wizard.
Don't regret it for one bit.
So, did you come by a cafe that was shutting down, so enable you to buy all this?
No, I wish, mate.
No, you didn't?
Easier.
No?
Each piece in here, like when I had it set up at my house in Toowoomba, there was only one diner booth.
Yeah.
It was just, this was the rumpus room at home.
Yeah.
That was the car garage, and when we had to move down here, I needed, you know, to build a shed to put it all in. So we did it this way to open it to the public, because in my mind it had to look authentic. So effectively the two single chairs at either end of the booth are original frames, and they came from, reportedly to me, the Canterbury Workers Club in Sydney originally.
Yeah.
I did have the double frames as well, but they were too rickety and my carpenter said, look, we'll just make new ones. So they're original, but the rest we made, the tables we made, all the bits and bobs. It's purely a decorative function room, it's not operational. But the counter came from Movie World. It was a proper Movie World.
Yeah.
Searched high and low to try and get an original soda fountain counter, but unfortunately with the design of those old original counters with all the old refrigeration equipment inside them, they were effectively built around the refrigeration equipment. Consequently, when that needed to be replaced, the counters were usually destroyed. So that was difficult. So we've settled for this, and it sort of gets the point across, I'm sure.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. You've done a great job.
Thank you.